What if the sky suddenly started spinning like a living creature and everything you know could disappear in minutes? A tornado is not just a storm, it is nature reminding us how small we really are. In this video, we are going to uncover one of the most powerful and terrifying natural processes on Earth, the tornado. Many people have seen tornadoes in movies or short clips online, but very few truly understand how they are born, how they grow, and why they choose destruction. This channel exists to educate, not to exaggerate, and to explain nature in a calm, honest, and realistic way. Here, we talk about natural processes exactly as they happen, without drama and without fear-mongering. If you are someone who wants to understand the world instead of just watching it, you are in the right place. Today's video will take you from the calm air before a tornado to the chaos inside it. Stay with me until the end, because understanding nature is the first step toward respecting it. The silence before a tornado. Before a tornado ever appears, nature becomes strangely quiet. Birds stop flying, winds feel uneasy, and the air becomes heavy as if the atmosphere itself is holding its breath. This silence is not accidental. It happens because warm, moist air near the ground begins to collide with cold, dry air above it. These invisible forces start building energy long before humans notice anything unusual. The sky may turn greenish or dark gray, and clouds stretch higher than normal, forming massive thunderclouds that act like engines for violent weather. At this stage, nothing is visible yet, but the conditions for destruction are quietly locking into place. If you have ever experienced a strange calm before a storm, share your experience in the comments and tell us how the sky looked that day. How a tornado is born. A tornado begins inside a powerful thunderstorm called a supercell. Inside this storm, winds move at different speeds and directions at different heights, creating what scientists call wind shear. This wind shear causes the air to rotate horizontally, like an invisible spinning tube lying flat in the sky. As warm air rises rapidly inside the storm, it tilts this rotating air vertically, turning it upright. Once that rotation tightens and speeds up, a funnel cloud begins to form. At first, it hangs harmlessly in the sky, but when it touches the ground, it officially becomes a tornado. This moment is when energy stored in the atmosphere is released violently. If you found this process surprising or confusing, comment below and say which part amazed you the most. Why tornadoes spin? The spinning motion of a tornado is not random. It happens because nature always tries to balance pressure differences. Inside a tornado, air pressure drops extremely low, pulling surrounding air inward at incredible speeds. As this air rushes in, it begins to rotate faster, just like a figure skater spins faster when pulling their arms inward. This rotation can reach speeds over 300 miles per hour, strong enough to lift cars, destroy buildings, and uproot trees. The spin is what gives tornadoes their signature funnel shape and their terrifying power. Without this rotation, a tornado would not exist. If you have ever wondered why tornadoes twist instead of moving straight, let me know in the comments. What happens inside a tornado? Inside a tornado, the environment is almost impossible for humans to survive. Winds move in violent circles while debris becomes deadly weapons. Objects like glass, metal, and wood are lifted and thrown with enough force to penetrate walls. The pressure drop inside the tornado can even cause buildings to explode outward because the air inside expands suddenly. Temperatures can change rapidly, and visibility drops to nearly zero due to dust and debris. It is not just wind, it is controlled chaos. Scientists who study tornado damage often describe the inside as one of the most extreme environments on Earth. If this part shocked you, comment "inside the storm" so I know you're watching closely. Why some places get more tornadoes? Tornadoes do not form everywhere equally. Certain regions, like Tornado Alley in the United States, experience them more often because of unique geography. Warm air from the Gulf of Mexico meets cold air from Canada, while dry air flows from deserts, creating perfect conditions for supercell storms. Flat land also allows storms to grow without interruption. This is why tornadoes are rare in mountains and oceans, but common in open plains. Nature's layout plays a major role in where destruction appears. If you live in an area where tornadoes are rare or common, comment your country or region below. How long tornadoes last? Most tornadoes last only a few minutes, but those minutes can feel endless. Some weaker tornadoes disappear quickly without causing major damage, while stronger ones can stay on the ground for over an hour, carving long paths of destruction. The length of a tornado's life depends on how long the storm feeding it remains strong. Once the storm weakens or changes structure, the tornado fades away. However, the damage left behind can take years to repair. Time behaves differently during disasters, and tornadoes are proof of that. If you thought tornadoes lasted longer or shorter than this, share your thoughts in the comments. How scientists measure tornado strength. Tornado strength is measured using the enhanced Fujita scale, which rates tornadoes from EF0 to EF5 based on damage cost. Instead of measuring wind directly, scientists examine what the tornado destroyed and how severely. An EF0 might damage trees and signs, while an EF5 can level entire neighborhoods and deform steel structures. This scale helps researchers understand tornado behavior and improve safety measures. Even the weakest tornado can be dangerous, and even the strongest one reminds us how fragile human structures are. If this scale was new information for you, comment EF scale below. Can we predict tornadoes? Modern technology allows scientists to predict tornado conditions, but not exact locations. Doppler radar can detect rotation inside storms, giving people warnings minutes before a tornado forms. These minutes save lives. However, tornadoes remain unpredictable, and false alarms still happen. Nature does not follow human schedules. Prediction is about preparation, not control. Understanding this helps communities respond faster and smarter. If you believe early warnings are important, comment "Preparation saves lives." A tornado is not evil, and it is not alive. It is simply nature following its laws with immense force. Understanding tornadoes helps us respect the planet and protect ourselves better. Fear comes from ignorance, but knowledge brings calm, even in the face of destruction. If you learned something new today, like this video and subscribe to the channel for more real explanations of nature's processes. Comment below which natural phenomenon you want to understand next, and share this video with someone who loves learning about the world. Nature speaks quietly and violently. Here, we listen.